The mysterious bottle. Tom was lazily napping on the beach when Jerry found a glass bottle washed ashore. Inside was a soggy treasure map showing Neptune's crown, hidden in the Coral Kingdom. As they fought over it, a wave swept them out to sea, where a magical current pulled them deep underwater. Part 2. Bubbles the seahorse. To their shock, they could breathe. A sassy seahorse named Bubbles appeared. "You're after the crown? Good luck. It's guarded by the Kraken," she snorted. Tom immediately drafted a plan, a doodle on seaweed, while Jerry face-bombed. Part 3. The jellyfish jam. Tom tried to impress a school of jellyfish with sword fighting, using a fork. They zapped him, making his fur puff up like a dandelion. Jerry laughed until the jellyfish started copying his dance moves, trapping him in a conga line. Part 4. The Crabby Guardian. A giant hermit crab blocked a cave entrance. "No map, no entry," it growled. Tom tried to bribe it with a fake pearl, a bubblegum ball, but the crab chased them, snapping its claws to the beat of their panicked screams. Part 5. The Singing Clam. A giant clam promised directions if they won a talent show. Tom sang opera, shattering nearby coral, while Jerry tap danced on a seashell. The clam laughed so hard, it coughed up a golden key. Part 6. The shipwreck. Sneak inside a sunken pirate ship. Tom tripped on a skeleton, sending bones flying. One arm grabbed Jerry. Turned out it was just a sneaky octopus wearing a costume. It inked Tom's face and stole the key. Part 7. The octopus chased. The octopus led them through a maze of shipwrecks. Tom got tangled in anchor chains, while Jerry hitched a ride on a startled sea turtle. They finally cornered the thief, but it traded the key for Tom's now infamous bubblegum pearl. Part 8. The Mermaid's Warning. A mermaid with rainbow hair warned. "The crown's cursed. It turns greed into, well, this." She pointed to a fish with a gold obsession. It wore a colander as a crown. Tom and Jerry gulped. Part 9. The Kraken's lair. The treasure cave was guarded by a baby kraken, adorable but deadly. It thought Tom's tail was a toy. Jerry tickled its tentacles with seaweed, making it sneeze them straight to the treasure chest. Part 10. The curse strikes. The crown was breathtaking, but when Tom put it on, he turned into a gold statue. Jerry panicked, until Bubbles said, "Only a selfless act breaks the curse." Part 11. Jerry's sacrifice. Jerry hugged the frozen Tom, whispering, "Even if you're a jerk, I'd miss you." Poof! Tom turned back, and the crown crumbled to sand. "Wait, that was the real treasure," yelled Tom. Part 12. The eel's betrayal. A slippery eel snatched the remaining treasure, Tom's fork collection. As they chased him, he triggered a cave-in. Bubbles saved them, sighing, "I told you greed was bad." Part 13. The dolphin rescue. Trapped in the collapsing cave, they were rescued by dolphins, who only helped because Jerry shared his last cheese cracker. Tom learned a lesson for 5 minutes. Part 14. The surface surprise. A whirlpool spat them back to shore, right into Donald Duck's picnic. Tom's soggy treasures, a spoon, a soda can, made Donald rage quit into the sunset. Part 15. The real treasure. As they dried off, Jerry showed Tom one last find. A photo of them as kittens/pups, friends before the chaos. Tom fake grumbled, but hung it on his doghouse wall. Part 16. The next adventure. That night, a UFO abducted Tom's tail. Jerry sighed, grabbing a notebook labeled Alien Invasion Plans. To be continued.